Welcome back after a 4-month hiatus to, do other things, like play Hogwarts D&D. We're back. We're back. Where did we leave off? We're not really sure. You guys are in a castle. You've beaten an old man and his bugbear friend. Good job. And you tuck in for the night. You get your long rest. Each of you can pick one of the several rooms throughout Castle Niratar. And when you wake up in the morning, what are you doing when you wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy?
I think I'm going to go see if there's any stew because I know Ryoko likes it. Do you remember Ryoko? Remember how much you liked that stew?
Okay, Susie, I kid you not. I was about to be like, I'm going to go cook stew for everyone. And I like promise you that was going to be the first thing out of my mouth.
Oh, that's so funny.
Stu might protest, but sure, you're off to cook stew.
Yeah, nourishment. Let's make breakfast, guys.
Yeah, eat up.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, you, Susie, Ryoko, you guys meet up in the hallway probably, and you head down to the kitchens, and you start prepping some food for the consumption of yourselves due to nourishment reasons.
Yes, I make extra for my
team.
You
can make extra.
Because I've learned compassion over this journey.
It took a lot of murder for us to compassion.
Now that they know my truest, darkest secrets, I mean, might as well offer some stew.
Vanarin, Focus, what would you guys like to do this fine morning?
Van would just be exploring around the keep, also looking out windows, just checking the horizon, and just exploring randomly around aimlessly.
Okay. And Focus?
I'm beginning the morning with stretches and calisthenics because you can never be too old for fitness.
And that's because Focus is a wizard warlock. I'm forgetting.
Warlock cleric.
Warlock cleric. Okay, thank you. I knew there was a warlock in there.
A warlock.
Yes, of course. Warlock. Yes.
So Van, while you're going through the castle, you wander into a room and you realize that this was Roland Stone's room, and you only know that because there's a massive indentation in the bed that's perfectly dwarf sized, and in that indentation is a scrawled on piece of parchment.
Wasn't Roland illiterate? I'll read it anyways.
He was illiterate because when you pick it up, it's not writing. It's very crude stick figures and just, circle faces where the face is just one circle and then just an emotion on it. And
he invented emojis.
So there's a stick figure that looks like he's wearing the same wolf hood that Roland was wearing, and then an arrow pointing to a big face. It's a frowny face. It has a tear coming from an eye, and then it has another arrow pointing to another crude stick figure where it has the same stick figure, but he's walking away now, like he's trying to escape from the page, and then an arrow kind of traces to below him. And in that one is the same stick figure, but it looks like he's trying to lift some heavy weights. And then another arrow to yet another crude stick figure where it's where it looks like he's kind of just filled in the stick figure with bubbles, and the stick figure is now doing this. And then an arrow to another emoji, but this one's happy.
All right.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
Oh no.
A 2. You wonder how Roland turned into this piece of parchment.
Oh God, guys, we have a bad case of disappearance on our hands. And I'll run to where I smell food cooking to go shout at everyone, like, guys, horrible things have happened to Roland. He's a piece of paper now.
He's no longer rolling. He's just
Did he bring the
flat.
parchment with him?
Yeah, I'm like waving it as I ran down the stairs towards the food scent.
Can I just be like, well, that sounds suspicious, and then I take it and I look at it.
Yeah, give me a perception check, Susie.
Opens dice.
Get it, girl.
Ooh, natural. I don't want to waste my natural 20s on things like this, but there's a natural.
Too late. You've wasted your natural 20 on things exactly like this. You take one look at the now slightly torn, slightly crumpled piece of parchment from Vannerin freaking out and waving it around, and you've gotten to know Roland pretty well, and you know exactly what it says. It's a note explaining that he is so very sorry and he regrets to inform all of his friends that he left in the middle of the night. The previous battle amongst the old man and the bugbear has shown him that he just isn't as strong as he would like to be. And he's set out on an inner and external quest to serve his god, Moradin, and hopefully find the strength that he needs to return to you all one day, stronger, happier, better, faster, harder, and hopefully taller.
I look to our group and I just tell them, yeah. So Roland was having a fragile masculinity moment, and he peeked out, but he'll be back eventually. He hopes. We'll see.
Oh, so he's not the paper that I just ripped? That's good to know, because I was about to heal him. So,
You murdered Roland, or made him go through my toasters. I don't know which.
Rock, paper, scissors, Vannerin. Vannerin wins.
Yeah. You all sit down for a wonderful meal of stew, prepared with compassion and love for the first time in her life. And you all gain the following benefits. You get an additional hit die of temporary health until your next long rest. Unless I take it from you sooner.
What die was it? Did you say, or was it
hit die? It from your character? From your class? What is it for a sorcerer? Is it a D8?
it's a D6.
It's a D6. You get a D6 of temporary health.
feeling so fly like a D6? Am I right, my peeps?
Yeah. And the first natural fail that you guys roll until your next long rest, you can reroll.
It's like we're halflings.
Exactly.
All thanks to stew, cooked stew.
May he rest in peace.
Well,
Poor
lots
stew.
of pieces.
Tasted delicious.
Just like Roland.
Thanks, Focus.
What else would you guys like to do before leaving Castle Niratar for what may be the final time?
Well, I don't know, Ryoko. Is there anything you want to do in your home before we have you leave it yet again?
I tell everyone to close their eyes.
Are we
I
playing hide and
flip
seek?
Roland's paper over. I write all their names down. And I tear up the paper into like little name tag things. And then I have them hold their hands out. I put the papers in their hands and I tell them, open your eyes. And then everyone opens them and they see their names. And I say, these pieces of paper, go put them on a door and that'll be your room forever. So no matter where you are in the world, you will have some place to sleep at night.
Oh.
And then they can go pick their rooms.
Oh,
That's very
That
kind.
is painfully adorable. Please
Thank
have
you.
an inspiration point.
Aw, thanks.
Man, that's some character growth.
Because she
And
had
that's all
that
we have.
compassion murder.
Yeah.
Now all we need to do is get the same thing for Twifty in Avernus, and we're
Not
sold.
Twitchy.
We're good.
And we're sold.
Yeah. Oh, so Susie, you were shown the name of the town written in Gnomish
Sure was.
from the notes that you guys found
Yep.
the day prior, and you recognize the name of the village.
Oh man, look at that. I know what this is.
That's your village.
Oh my gosh, that's my village.
Oh god. Oh, that explains why I have a town of little ones maybe next to be pillaged in my notes.
What?
That is what I have in my notes.
Meant to be pillaged?
A town of little ones may be the next to be pillaged.
Vanner, I don't understand your accent because I know you're not saying pillaged.
Well, that's why I'm not saying in Veteran's voice.
Just kidding. Oh man, fun fact, I can't find like my notes from the last time we were playing this game.
It was
So
4 months ago. I don't blame you.
So obviously the town was Meadowbrooksville. That's what it's called.
Meadowbrooksville,
Mm-hmm.
which is only the closest translation to gnomes. It's just home.
Yes.
So can we maybe not let it get pillaged? I know that they sort of asked me not to come back because I was a loose cannon, but I still really kind of liked my family there. And
Wait.
what?
Didn't you just wander off one day? Like you weren't banished, you just left.
I left after there was some looks and some shared why is that on fire again and some of
Wait.
these.
Wait,
So
is Susie a forest gnome or a rock gnome? If
Forest.
she's a loose cannon rock gnome sounds horrifying.
Yeah.
is that where they just throw me loosely or something?
Loose cannon rock domes are precisely where artificers came from.
Yeah.
No, Susie had some bad experiences with her wild magic.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, we are chasing after these dragon. I forget what the cult's named is. The dragon cults, and I mean, if we believe they're going after your village, that's even more reason to go after them. So, I mean, I say it's best we came here following them, and now we know exactly where we're going.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, dragon cult of dragons, those a-holes, whatever you guys want to call them. People would know exactly who you're talking about. Cool. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to do?
We haven't seen any strangers lurking in the castle who go by another name, right? We haven't met anybody else yet.
Nope.
Okay.
I know they came in a cart of some sort, or it was a pelican. I don't think the pelican was here. I think that was just with the colt. Can we see what is left outside currently?
So yeah, the last time, or when you guys arrived at Castle Neratar, you did find some of the covered wagons. The covered wagons are now completely empty. They're outside in the courtyard. And when you arrived, you guys had two options of which way to go. And you guys went one way. And you have so far left the other way unexplored. But when you found this fork in the road that you chose between when arriving at the castle, one way led into the castle, which is where Ryoko said, hey, this way leads into the castle. And that's when you guys, came in, met who you met, fought who you fought, saved focus. The other way is the only other direction that the Cult of Dragons could have gone.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're done here. Should we get on the road and follow the goats?
Indeed, I believe we have a village to save.
Oh, and by the
Yeah.
way, Ryoko, just so you know, I'm claiming the room that Roland left. So
Yay!
that'll be my reminder of Roland and his hopes of returning.
Oh, that was sweet. Okay, it's yours.
See, I interpret it to mean that you're already replacing Roland.
This is my room now. Screw you, Roland.
Roland would take the best room in the house, though, so it's only right for you to have it.
Look at me. I am the bunk now.
I'm also waiting to see how like Vanderen's body is gonna fit into the tank, like his little tiny person.
Like a U, just all right. Yeah, you guys head out. If you were to head back to the courtyard and take the previously unexplored path, you come across some minecart tracks that lead. They don't actually lead down; they just lead away. Nearby, you find no mine carts, though.
Mine carts, like okay.
Is it no mine carts? Or are they gnome mine carts?
There are no mine carts.
Okay.
But we see the
Gnomish
tracks.
mine carts. Gotcha.
Okay.
No, I'm just sorry. I get
What
it.
are the state of the tracks? Do they look like they're very worn? Do they look like they're still in operation?
Ooh. Go ahead and give me an investigation.
I think they're pretty beaten, Van. I think there's some dropped beat tracks. Ready? Break it down, Van. Go.
Yeah.
No. I don't think so.
I was trying to be your background, Susie.
Oh, I
Maybe I
think
scared
that-
him off.
It was a big stretch, but I had to try it. Okay.
So
Maybe
the
next time.
tracks themselves are much newer than the castle around it, made of much newer, much sturdier wood. And the metal looks, there's no layers of dust, and there are some faint footprints leading down the tunnel as well. Like this, these paths were freshly used.
Oh. Lick it. What does it taste like?
Lick it. What? Why? You can lick it if you want.
Oh, I haven't done that since I was like a kid. It's okay.
Aren't you still a kid?
I don't know what you're talking about. Let's keep going.
It seems like it's been used recently, so it's probably a good choice to follow.
You follow these tracks for the first half of the day before the tracks come to a stop just inside of the mouth of a cave, and this cave has dangling vines covering the opening, and from beyond the vines you can see where the forest now continues. You guys are out of the swampy bog, and it looks like regular forest now, but you feel like you can hear some distant caterwauling.
Wait, what is that for those of us who
Yes.
don't live in the real world?
Poor singing.
Oh, so what Susie and I were just doing.
Does it sound? I'd say humanoid.
Give me a perception.
Okay, I will. 8 plus something. Perception plus 0 is 8.
You're not sure if the singing sounds humanoid, but you're pretty sure this couldn't be like a horse.
Guys, that is not a donkey. That is not a horse. That's what I got for you.
That certainly narrows the field a bit.
Is it echoing from the cave or like near the cave?
Not near, but also not from within.
Okay.
Like from beyond the trees.
Well, should we
Does
check
it
and
sound
see?
pleasant?
As pleasant as caterwauling could be. You know what, Focus? Give me another perception check.
Okay. $14.
Yeah, so you listen more intently. You have the others around you kind of quiet down, and what you hear is kind of the equivalent of no, that's not right. No. And then after a long silence comes a much more easy on the ears tune. Like, may have sounded like somebody was trying to experiment with their sound.
Twifty? I'm just kidding.
Sorry, that's so funny.
You see no dead bodies pinned to trees.
Very good.
Well, should we go check out that before we go into the cave?
What harm could it do? Perhaps they could let us know who has passed through this area.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
All right.
Head towards the aspiring musician.
You head towards the aspiring musician, all the while, his voice ringing out clearer and clearer over the air until eventually you come to a dirt path running through the forest, and you can see off along the ways on the path. You see a person who's walking away from you down the path, but you can see that it looks like they're holding a lute and that they are just kind of singing to themselves on their journey.
I'm so sorry. I was laughing at the chat. Who do we see that are playing amongst themselves?
You don't know who you see.
Oh, great. I didn't miss
You
any.
see a person.
What are we observing? Is it a human? What are we looking at?
Give me a perception check
Go.
or
Focus.
survival.
7.
It's got legs. It's
Go.
got,
Yes, this
it's
individual has legs.
it's got 2 legs.
We're getting closer.
2, to be exact.
Can I be like, Ryoko, what do you see? And then I touch her and kiss her. So you're very bad at this.
What?
Right? Like guidance adds a D something to your stuff, D4.
Oh, guidance. Yes. Sorry,
So if
my
you wanna-
ears are a little plugged.
Oh no, you're good. If you're able to roll a perception check and add a D4 to it, maybe you'll have better luck in seeing. I just imagine us all poking our head around it like a tree. To be like, I know what that is.
Would love to do that.
Don't all stare at the same time.
Okay, let me find perception.
Subtlety.
Okay, so I roll it, and then you want me to roll add a D4? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I did my cantrip of guidance because we're not being very lucky right now. And cantrips are meant to be used.
Well, lucky for you, I got a 16.
Ooh.
But I don't know if that's lucky for us. I just know it wasn't a critical fail.
It could be a human. Could be an elf. But it's very humanoid.
What was in that stew? I think all of us are not very observant today.
Funny joke. Compassion happens to come into a bottle that says whiskey on it.
That's why it tasted so good.
Explains my grandmother's recipe.
Yeah. Tastes different every time because we're always drunk when we write out the recipe at the end.
DM's gonna make us do Constitution saving throws.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Guys, is he headed towards the village?
He's walking away from you.
I mean, there's no
I'd say let's
really
approach.
that says we have to talk to
I
everybody.
can just yell, "Come back," and see if he approaches. Because then
I'm
he's
gonna
coming
approach
to
him.
us. Okay,
Are
very
you
good.
part of a
Arm
cult?
could-
I'm gonna back you up. Yeah.
What's
are you with?
that could happen, you know? I just
Not
stole
jerk.
a new character.
Hey.
Monty,
Not
where
jerk.
did you go?
You hear on the air behind you, "Are you part of a cult?"
I visibly
Hello?
face palm.
Who's there?
Over
Yeah.
here, my good man.
Oh, yes. Hello. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What brings you here to my humble abode?
Oh my gosh, you guys, real fast. Did you
live
hear
here?
me? I was all, we don't need to talk to him, guys. Let's just keep going to the village. If you had listened to me, we would have never met him.
I honestly,
Okay,
now.
so first of all, just to like address like how crazy that was, we have a new player this session. You guys have not met him, and I just described a person walking down a path singing a song, the kind of person maybe you should approach, and
Oh, by myself.
your choice was
Oh,
to
by
not
myself.
introduce yourself.
He's just singing a song, enjoying life. He doesn't need our group of like misfits coming up to him and complicating his life because we all know it
No,
doesn't.
no,
always
no.
go
Russell knows exactly what he's gotten himself into.
well, he introduced himself by saying, "Welcome to my humble abode outside." So
yeah.
Yeah.
he belongs.
Welcome to the path through the forest.
my fourth path.
Do you hail from the forest too?
Or the forest one.
No. I come from the great castles out east.
It's a bit far away.
Oh yes, I've been traveling, wandering, you might say, wandering minstrel myself.
A wanderer, my favorite type of individual.
Oh, a bard.
Were you expecting a warlock?
Yes, actually,
What?
you better laugh.
Why'd you think I yelled? Are you in a cult? Do you want to join one?
You want to
Would you
join
sell
one?
yourself too?
Wow.
Oh no.
That's a way to
no.
break the ice.
All right.
Fantastic.
Slowly
We're not
backing away.
We're not a cult.
Would you like some Kool-Aid?
Not the red kind.
We're
What's
not a
Sarah's
cult.
Recipe?
Here's a pamphlet called The Watchtower.
The Watchtower.
Okay,
I would be friends with us.
but seriously, folks.
What's your name?
Yes, that's probably a good point of introduction. Who are you?
My name is Notre Dame's, but you can call me NJ.
Not sure what.
Pardon you, Notre Dame's.
Can you write that for me?
Quite right, yes.
I pull out
It is-
Roland and a paper and pen. I messed up the joke.
Roland has come in handy quite a bit.
Pull it out like this big feather quill too.
Yes.
Notger space. It's my first name, and then my last name is JA''DAMS.
Oh, that's very handy.
Fair enough. I'm Benorin. It's nice to meet you. And with me, I have a few individuals. You see that I am a rather tall elf on the pale side.
Please hold while we experience emotional difficulties.
He asked me what my name was,
I
and I
wish
said,
you
"It's
hadn't
not
have said
this."
anything because it would have been so fun to see how long it took before people got that.
Here's a clue. I would have never gotten that.
That wouldn't be either.
Same. I'm reading this. I'm like, that is a cool, exotic
Me too.
name. And then right afterwards, he goes and explains it. I'm like,
That is
Oh,
just so
He asked me what
phenomenal.
my name was, and I said, "Not this."
I cannot begin to express how much joy
Have you been sitting
turn
on?
took.
Yes. Have you been sitting on that for a while, or were you just like, nah? I can't think of a name. Here you go.
I've actually had that since 2018. Was
Okay.
that that year we started playing that game together, George? Yeah,
I think so.
or DM.
It's okay. He already outed you too for your real name. So
Yeah. I think we've all said all of our names on
Agreed.
this
Yep.
stream. So
I'm the
yeah,
first
it's just a variation of not my name is Russell's character's name.
That's
Great.
phenomenal. And also not wrong.
Yes.
It's specific and general at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not even a technicality. It's full on truth.
Yeah.
And it's
Yep.
exactly how we found him. He is not a horse. And so it all just kind of played in really
And
nicely.
he has legs.
Yep.
Ooh, fun fact. I'm a 6'2" tall, a half-elf man with long, flowing blonde hair, fine coats of yellow and blue with a cape on the back, a lute, and other musical instruments. You will find out if you're lucky enough to be around me long enough.
Hashtag swoon.
Who else is in the group?
Tanner, did you forget us already?
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying.
Waiting
Oh, no,
to
I mean, you guys introduce yourselves. I'm not going to introduce everyone.
I just realized we've been pronouncing your name incorrectly this whole campaign. I thought, like, how'd you say it? Venorin?
Van is what everyone's been calling me.
True.
Venorin.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'm new here.
Oh, I've been saying Vanarin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've all been
I mean,
wrong.
they're all right. Sure. Everyone calls me, I call myself Van, so you can't be wrong if I don't say it, right?
What if I just
So-
start calling you
Love
Norton?
it.
You don't pronounce it like Zap Brannigan. Venur.
No, I do not. That one is definitely wrong.
Well, NJ, as you can see, we really enjoy names in this group. Mine is Ryoko.
And I go up and then I stick my hand out or up for a handshake and I go, I'm Susie Weavers. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure is all mine. I shake your hand.
Indeed, another fellow traveler. My name is Focus.
Sir?
A pleasure to meet you.
Can you describe your characters?
Oh yeah, I'm a very
NJ?
old. I look like a very old man, garbed in blue, like your classic wizard type.
Ah. Haha, yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I guess here's Venorin.
Ah!
I forgot that I still had my icon as Venorin.
I am a tiefling
White.
rogue, and I wear, I think, purple or blue. I'm actually not sure.
Hold on, I might have a picture of
Yeah, I have.
Ryoko somewhere.
I've seen the pictures on for myself at least.
Oh, very good.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
watched the videos.
I
Oh, fair.
I get Ryoko and Twifty confused right now.
I don't know if a rogue would do that though. Introduce yourself as a rogue.
Yeah, that's a good point. I thought we were just. I guess I don't know how to play Ryoko anymore. it's that damn
was that
stew.
Or was that intentional to throw their guard off?
There we go. She didn't say what she specializes in, so maybe she's just casing him.
Fair enough. Put him on his toes, establish a dominance. I like it. Very roguish all of a sudden.
Yeah. Yeah. All of it intentional.
Well,
Anyway,
fair
what
enough.
are you, Susie?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought DM was getting a picture. I'm Susie Weavers. No, just kidding. I am a forest gnome. And if we're disclosing our classes, I am also a warlock and a sorcerer. So magic hands. creates minor illusion of a flower and then blows it away.
Ryoko tries to catch it because she's nervous that there might be a gem in there and just wants to check to make sure. There is not.
But you see, NJ, we are currently to rescue a gnomish village. If you come along with us, you might be able to get some inspiration for your next tune.
Oh,
Have you speaking of cults, have you seen one pass by recently?
And that's Colts with you, not with an O like the horse, like and unto your ponytail.
oh. No. Neither of any horses nor colts can pass. But I've not passed through it in here very long. I've been passing through, as you see, on this forest trail. But you say you're in hot pursuit of someone.
Indeed. Hopefully the city is not aflame yet.
Flame City, halflings. Ooh, that does sound quite like an adventure. I might tag along with your lot.
Indeed, just what our merry band needed. A bard.
Do you need backup? Do you need backup? Because Ryoko and I, we've got you.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll back you up in a
Perfect.
fight and in a performance.
oh, fight. So
Sing a song.
yes, I might hold my own in a fight, as you can see. But yes, quite right. But I'll take you a performance.
Very good.
So I believe with
So-
this, we head back in the general direction of what's the name of your village, Susie?
Meadow Brooksville.
Meadow Brooksville. All right.
Please. Don't know why you had to yell at me, but it's
Sorry, I was trying to say it, and it was like,
No,
I
it's
forgot
fine.
how
It
to
was
speak.
better this way.
It's okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell.
It's okay.
It just follows the old man motif so well. Meadow!
That was totally intentional.
Guys,
Do we
I
believe-
miss you. Okay.
Do we believe Meadows Brooksville is through the cave? Is that like the direction we need to get to Meadow Brooksville? Or is that a different direction than what we know?
No, you came through the cave. The tunnel that you came through, it actually looked more man-made than anything. There were no branches, forks in the road, splits. So so when the cult came out, they had nowhere else to go. It's just a throughway from Castle Niratar to this point in the forest.
Ah,
Okay.
uncreative, just like humans. I see.
Say that one more time.
I said uncreative, just like humans. I
Oh,
see.
yes, absolutely. I thought you said they were created by humans just like me. And I was like, wait, what? Is there more to your backstory?
Yes. Mic drop, walks away. Confusion.
Picks it up, gives it to NJ.
Gives it to NJ. Your turn.
Ooh, thank you.
Did we establish that? Your name is beautiful, but I can't say it. Can we
No.
call you
Oh,
NJ?
it's
Their name
Quite
is
all right.
NJ.
numerous folk of the non-elfish, right, Vanoran, can sometimes have trouble saying these things because older tongues just keep going farther and farther back. It's nothing against you at all. It's just something that's been passed through time.
Would you like us to say your name in Spanish? Nah.
Oh,
What is Spanish?
Look at his face.
how
He's
foreign.
like very putting this.
Focus gets 5 experience points.
That was fantastic.
What, you never had a made up language as a kid? Whatever.
I
Okay.
thought you weren't a kid.
I'm not.
Yeah, wait a minute.
This is so weird, you guys. Let's just keep going. So we're headed to Meadow Brooksville.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
You got it.
I feel like that's not what was coming after you
Oh, no, it
for a
really
second
was.
there.
Or in nature. Or nature.
Ooh, let's see what's higher. I bet you it's nature. Yeah, it is. It's nature. Oh, still a 10.
Let's get naturey.
You see several cart tracks in the path.
Like cart tracks, like not mining cart tracks, but like cart tracks.
Like regular carts, yeah.
I like hop to my stomach and I go up to it and I try to gauge how like heavy the wheels were in the dirt and use
Oh, yeah.
smoothing skills.
Give me another survival check.
Survival. That's a 6.
I've seen this before, the ancient ways of our people.
So knowing much about nature and tracking, these cart tracks are much wider than a normal cart's wheels would make. They're about 3 times wider than normal cart tracks, and they do leave some pretty deep indentations in the dirt, indicating a very heavy load.
Given my history of like being on the streets and stuff and being really nosy and like hearing rumors and peering into carts and stuff, would I have any indication of like what kind, just heavy stuff in general, or what kind of carts they would be?
Not a cart you would be familiar with.
Okay. I can't tell you what kind of cart this is. Mandarin, get down here and lick it.
Why do you keep suggesting me to lick things?
I don't
You're
know.
already on, you're on the floor. If you want to lick it, just lick it.
I just turned to Ryoko. I just want to see if you'll do it.
Often.
So are you going to look
It's
at
for
Susie?
perception. All right, guys, this is a wide cart and it's got a heavy load. I would know more, but Vandarin doesn't want to help me.
We're just gonna bully Vanoran into licking random stuff. Eventually, he's gonna get so sick of Susie suggesting it. He's gonna be like, "Fine," just gonna start licking everything.
Stop divulging my strategy here.
I don't think it's a secret.
And this break was brought to you by Susie Weavers. All right.
I forgot about that.
So are you all looking for a town?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, here. I'm going to cast Guiding Hand. It's a first level spell, divination for a bard. And what's the name of this town again?
Oh,
Meadowbrooksville.
It's Meadowbrooksville, but before you use a spell slot, like a very nice person, do I know where to go since it's my home spell? If not, we can totally do it.
Give me a quick nature check.
Yeah, you got it. Vandarin, are you on standby?
It's all because you said you didn't want to waste a level 20. Or
Oh, you're going to have
not
to
level
waste
20.
it because I got a 5. Oh, wait, no, plus my 2 is 7.
Yeah, you're actually super familiar with the forest surrounding your home.
Okay.
You're about a day's journey.
Preserve your magic.
Oh, all right.
I'll
We
also
need to
preserve
head
my
in this
tongue.
direction. I'm so sorry. What did you say, Van?
I said, and I'll also preserve my tongue.
Oh.
Good, you're gonna need it for when you start licking things.
Exactly.
It's about a day's travels that way without a cult, and more than a day's if we were encountering a cult. Hopefully, it's just a day.
All right. Well, should be off.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea.
Indeed, play us some epic traveling music.
Ooh, I'm ready for this.
All right. I keep playing the lute, just all major chords, all just hyping up.
What song are you singing?
I'm just playing the lute.
You're
Not
just-
singing quite yet.
Not a particular tune at all.
Not a tune, but just really just major chords, keeping it
Okay.
up, all on.
Could I
So,
make a
okay.
request?
Oh, of course, young one.
Do you know I think it's called 1,000 miles. I would walk 500 miles and
You would request
if
that
you would
song?
sing along, I would gladly play with you.
no,
I
that's
love a band.
sometimes it's hard for me to sing.
Oh no, you've already said it so. I start playing right behind you.
Roll performance.
Oh, 19.
19.
And I'm good in that. Yeah.
Okay.
25.
Oh, nice.
Everybody gets 1 bardic inspiration die. Free of charge.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, be happy. Be happy while you can.
That's very fun.
It's like
It never gets tired of me playing.
Yay, this is
Wait,
making me
is that
dream.
also me? Do I get that too, DM?
Yes.
Okay.
You inspire yourself.
Who
Thank
has the
you,
mask?
Because Susie was doing it.
I think I still do, unless
Yeah.
somebody took it from me
Where'd you put it?
in my bag.
Which he left at the castle. Everybody turn
In
around.
his room.
Wild card.
That's my line.
Oh, sorry. That's right. We're not playing Norsica.
Notger. While playing and singing for your new troupe here, you every once in a while, out of the corner of your eye, you see what looks like thin films of wispy red smoke exiting the bag that the old man is carrying.
All right. How close am I to this bag?
Within 10 feet.
Where's Venorin?
Where would Venorin like to be?
Venorin would probably be near the back of the group, just trailing behind a bit.
I'm just gonna slowly go back and keep playing the lute. Venorin,
Yes.
is that old man all right?
I mean, he's a bit strange sometimes, but you'll get to know him and he'll be pretty good.
Oh, right. He's not.
All right, his relative. No, sorry.
His bag there. It's emitting a red smoke. Should we be alarmed? Has the gnome made anything for him?
Am I able to see the smoke, or is this something that only he can see?
Yeah, it's not continuous, so you haven't really taken notice of it. But now that he has said something, you can keep an eye out.
I mean, are you suggesting he's on fire? I don't see any smoke.
More wispy.
I
Roll
see
perception,
Look at it.
man.
Six.
Every once in a while, you feel like you can see a very small shadow escaping the bag, but you're not sure if it's just the way the bag folds as Focus walks. It's creating a small shadow, or if it's smoke.
It might be just one of his reagents, like reacting with the air. I see a bit of glimmer, but I think you're overreacting. You shouldn't worry about it.
All right. You know better than I. I kind of keep farther away than a little bit farther than from Focus.
It's probably wise.
Focus explodes.
New
character sheet.
The drummer from Spinal Tap.
At least I didn't get turned into paper.
Yeah, thank goodness. All right. Yeah, you
does it
guys
continue?
are. What's that?
Does it continue to smoke more?
As you continue to watch, it doesn't smoke more, but you undoubtedly see just random at random intervals that this red smoke is slowly escaping from Focus's bag.
Oh, okay. I can't. I'm going to slowly walk up towards Focus and just, excuse me, Focus, is it?
Yes, yes.
No, great. Do you know your bag is emitting red plumes of smoke?
Well, and indeed it is.
Quite right.
Quite an astute observation.
I just stop. All right. Well, no one seems to be alarmed by this, and I should not be either. All right. I go back to the back of the group.
We're just not gonna tell him.
All right. Cool.
We don't know him yet.
Yeah, he might be working for the cult. We have no idea.
Yeah.
Obviously.
We've already disclosed far more information than he needs to know. We already told him our class types and everything. We don't
Here's
know
my
this.
personality on a silver platter.
We don't know this exotic named bard.
I'm just waiting for Susie Weber's to come back. Notjer, do you have any questions for the group as you guys travel? I'm going to take that as a no. Does anybody have questions for the bard?
What music do you specialize in?
Oh, all kinds, but no, all kinds, yes.
You felt like you had a thought and then ran away from it.
No, I never quite. I'm gonna say I quite run from a thought. I just experiment on it and play onto it. So I guess my favorite kind of music's my older friend is whatever the audience wants to listen to. Yes.
Are you more interested in the arts in general rather than music in specific?
Oh, I have been tapped by the Actors Fair, if you could say.
Ah, I see.
He strikes me as the type who would like to be accompanied by trombones and brass instruments while singing very loudly and confusing people. That strikes me as his favorite type of music.
Oh, I think you're talking about not Harold Hill.
Had to make a ska joke in there.
Oh yeah, no, we got yeah.
I thought you
I'm
were
sorry.
doing something
I can hear Laura fighting with the gnome to just go to bed, and he's like, "No, I have more questions." And she's like, "No, it's bedtime. Go to bed." And he's in there like, "But like, wait." And it's
wait,
like,
I can feel that.
It's exactly this every night. So as soon as she's able to either calm him down or chloroform him, whichever comes first, and she can make it back, we'll be able to continue.
Well,
Wait,
but until that time, we just gotta like fill the silence.
what are
I
his
did send you all
questions?
sugar.
I might have them too.
Well, so his questions usually range from like we'll put him down, and then like 20 minutes later he'll be like, it just breaks my heart that I don't have anybody to snuggle with.
Oh,
And then we'll be like, yeah, dude, it's been 5 years. You're totally good. Just go to bed. And then it'll be like, no, wait, I have a question about how eyelids work. And it's like, no, go to bed.
What?
Yeah,
You're an undergrad stoner for your roommate.
it's constant. Like, I feel bad, but it's like the only way I can get him to like listen is I gotta like turn on the dad voice and give him the dad look.
You have
And then
undergrads
he's
in your
like,
house.
and then he'll like scowl at me a bit, but he'll comply. I feel like the robot from RoboCop. You have 5 seconds to comply.
I got that reference.
All the candy to your house
Be right back.
addressed to him, so he has all of the sugar, all of the time.
It's so true. Because like we're not like huge candy people. Oh, as soon as Robert left. As soon as Robert left.
That was too good. It was like almost perfectly timed.
We're just waiting for you
Hi,
for the
sorry.
next bit. Hi. I could hear the back and forth. What was he wanting now?
It was mostly just him trying to convince me that I told him there isn't school tomorrow. And so and I was like, no, it's Monday. There's school tomorrow. No, that's not what you said. I'm like, yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
And then he was lonely. And so he wanted Pippin. So Pippin's in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel that kid.
Okay. Now that everybody's back, you guys have traveled, you've sung, you've spoken, you've brushed under the rug a smoky backpack.
Oh, okay.
And as the sun begins to set, you come into an open glade. And this is one, Susie, that you are very familiar with. You used to spend many a day here playing, speaking with animals. This is kind of where you spent your time when you weren't really allowed within city limits during the day, or village limits within during the day.
I think
However,
this is where I met Dee Dee.
it is where you
I
met
just
Dee Dee.
Start playing the Rite of Spring on my lute. The full version, though.
The full
Like with the gonk 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 halfway through.
All right. Susie, you do notice that there are some very big differences from when you've last seen this glade. There are large gouges torn from the earth. There are patches of scorched grass. It looks like a gigantic rock has been dropped somewhere close to the middle of this wide open area.
Is it still there?
Yep.
So
the
it's
rock
not
is
a loose,
the rock is there, but it didn't used to be.
it's not a loose cannon rock gnome.
It is not a loose cannon rock gnome. It's much too large to be a singular one. If you were to get closer, maybe it could be like 50 to 75
It was
loose cannon rock gnomes all huddled together, but you can't really tell from this far off. But it looks like some kind of a fight took place here.
Oh no! I like feel it in my soul. I was supposed to help protect this nature. So I run to I like look at the marks and I run to the rock area and I perceptify around me.
Wait, what?
I'm just kidding. I use perception or insight or see if I can figure out what's going on.
On the rock?
On like the markings and the gouges, just to like
Hey,
how
that's
Oh yeah.
fresh
It looks like a fight took place here.
Guys, I'm very perceptive. Looks like the fight took place. Oh no, does it look like the gouge marks? Do they look like they are my size, or do they look like they're like NJ size?
I understand. Now you want to investigate.
Yeah, I'd like to investigatize.
Yes. Give me an investigation roll as you examine these claw marks.
No, I got a 1. Should that be my reroll, or should I save that?
If you can
it was for the
I'm
first.
just overcome with emotion. Can you come investigate?
It was for the first one. So if you don't use it now, you don't use it.
Oh, okay, I use it now.
Yeah.
And now it's a 16 plus, you said insight? So it's a 19.
Investigation.
So then now it's now it's a 20.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. These gouges in the earth were made by very large dragons.
Like my babies?
Like your babies,
Bigger.
but bigger.
My babies are all grown up.
The confusion, the heartbreak.
Okay,
pride.
guys, the dragons are upon us. Hysterics.
What?
Oh, everything's fine, NJ. It's just a normal day.
Ryoko jumps on top of Susie to protect her because she thinks the dragons really are upon us.
Oh,
It's okay, Susie, I'll protect you.
I forgot your literalism. That was my bad. The dragons are that way and causing problems, or at least caused problems. We should really go check it out, though. I'm getting scared.
Well,
Whatever.
are we waiting?
Fine, NJ.
We'll be fine, NJ. They're metaphorical dragons. Now, come on.
All right.
But be careful, the medication tired. And then I head towards the direction of like the fighting, and then I pass the rock, I guess, just make sure it's still just a rock, or there's nothing buried underneath it or around it.
Yeah, you're looking more around the rock now to see if there's anything buried underneath it. Go ahead and give me another investigation check.
I go up to the rock and I'm like, Dwayne, what are you doing here? No, not that. Okay, that's a 12.
Yeah, you see signs of gnomish activity. As forest gnomes, you guys have been known to burrow and hide when absolutely necessary, or even create little caches of supplies. And right near the edge of where the rock meets the northeastern ground, that's the word, thank you, ground, you can see signs that someone here may have left some kind of a cache.
Oh, can I like try to get it?
Yeah, you just have to start to burrow.
Guys, watch out. My forest gnome instincts are kicking in, and they start to burrow.
You begin to burrow, the earth falling away easily at your fingertips, before a figure emerges quickly, lightning fast from the earth before your nose. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I go, Mom. No. Dexterity saving throw is 13.
Yeah, this figure knocks you down and holds 2 daggers up to your throat, screaming, yellow liver, and you can't really hear what he's saying because he's just screaming right in your face. And then he stops. He says, Susie?
I start to blush. I'm like, is this a pirate?
Susie?
Do I recognize him?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's you!
It's Garth. It's Garth Giebers.
This is not a character we've come across, right?
No,
Thank
but
goodness.
you recognize him. He was a fisherman in your village.
How old is he again?
Oh, he's older. He's much older than you.
Focus. You should recognize him.
How would I know?
all old people know each other, right?
You know?
Yes, apparently I know him from bingo night.
That was a better response than I was expecting.
Garth looks around at all of you, and he stands up, removing the daggers from Susie's throat. Susie, you with thems?
I am. These are my best friends, and we've kind of saved the world a few times. Garth, I don't know if you know this, but I've like done a lot of cool stuff since I was kind of not asked to leave, but kind of asked to have a break, and I kind of took it personally. But it's fine. That's water underneath the bridge. But guys, this is Garth Giebers.
Hello there, Garth. It's nice
Hello.
to meet you.
Garth, I want to. What happened? We were so scared for you, and you
Well,
know everybody else.
This not be the place to have a conversation. Come. And he motions for you to follow, and he crawls back into the hole from whence he once emerged. Wow, I'm not here today. From whence he once emerged.
Emerged!
Quit. Emerged! Meadow!
Killing him today. All right, guys, go ahead.
Is the hole big enough for half elves to fit in?
It's gonna be a bit of a struggle. It's wide enough, certainly. Yeah.
All right.
You're probably gonna have to Winnie the Pooh it, but you make it in. You make it in easily.
I protest. I've just met you, and my coat is fairly new.
Oh, I'll clean it. Don't worry about it.
I have
Okay.
prestidigitation.
Well, that's a large coat, though. All right, if we all pitch in, I think we can get it.
Quiet, all of ye, lest ye be heard and you bring down the wrath of the a-holes hunting us.
Susie just giggles. Oh, Garth, he's always like this.
I put my loot away slowly. Oh, all right.
Oh, what exactly happened? Who were the a-holes that are assailing you?
Come. And he just completely ignores you. He leads you. Are all of you down in the burrow with him? Once you're down there, there's a vast system of tunnels that you're now walking through. Everybody kind of has to hunch a little bit, except for Susie, in order to make it. And as you pass, you see that there have been whole rooms set up. Some are sleeping quarters. You see some makeshift kitchen. You see storage areas. And as you pass more and more gnomes by the dozens, you begin hearing whispers. Is that Susie? Susie's back. Susie, oh, thank God. Susie.
Are they whispering, or are they singing that song from Lion King 1.5? Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel.
Nobody's digging at the moment, and Lion King 1.5 doesn't exist.
Whoa.
You take that back.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I don't want to exist in this world.
So no, they're not singing "Dig a Tunnel."
Okay.
Song
slaps, yo.
But yeah, they're whispering it, but there are those who don't even bother to whisper it. There you even hear one very old lady say, "Well, now where the heck is she been?"
I don't know who these people are. Hi!
Oh yeah, you do. You know everybody's names in the village.
I know, but I don't. What up, Gertie? How's it going, Marge?
It's like that Christmas party when you're like 5. It's like, who are all these people?
That's my one qualm with D&D is that DMs will be like, and you know them, and you're like, yeah, of course I do.
No, yeah, you do. You know them. Do you like really though? Do you want to stop and have a whole conversation where you guys reminisce about the past and like find out what more happened, or do you want to follow? You want to follow this guy and get like to the meat and potatoes of it.
Wow.
We can go through all the people in town right now.
No, it's okay. I'll just do the like finger guns. Like, hey, Thomas.
Here we go. I'm opening up a whole nother window.
No, you're good. I'll just be like, hey, Gilly, I love the bangs.
No. I want to make sure you don't have a problem with D&D.
I have no problem with D&D. No, my problem isn't that like I don't believe you don't have it all. I just feel bad when you're like, oh, and here's all these people, but I don't know. So I have to do that awkward middleman of, oh, I know them. Who is it? And I tell you guys, this is who it is. Oh, how do you know them? How do I know them? This is how I know them. And that's instead of just like knowing and being, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I got you.
But I believe you. I believe you've created this whole village because I know you. I know you.
Susie's like introducing to us while all 4 of us are tall people squished in this little hole. Like, yeah, nice to meet you all.
Susie, your house is very nice.
Oh, I don't think this is really our house. This is more of a makeshift shelter for when things go awry. And it seems like things went awry. Because metaphorical dragons. It's fine. It's another normal day, NJ. Don't worry about it. But we got to stay down here for safety for a bit.
Dragons. All right.
And then we're just following Garth.
I mean, it's
You're
better than
following
fighting the metaphysical dragons that we
I was just about to make a joke about that. I was like, the only thing worse than metaphorical dragons are metaphysical dragons.
I mean, we fought some.
Mm. And we're fine. It's here. We're here. It's good. It could be raining. It is raining.
So eventually Garth leads you guys to like a little sitting alcove with some with a table and some stools that have all been made out of hard pack dirt, low on supplies, and he motions for everybody to just sit.
I love the rustic look of this place.
All right, well,
So,
what are you doing back, Susie?
Well, I'm just going to lay it to you straight, Garth. We've been following this cult around who's just causing all sorts of mischief and mayhem and murder. And we're trying to put a stop to it. And somehow we've got wind that this may be their next stop. And so we booked it, not on horses, but by foot. And we booked it over to here. And it looks like we might have been too late. What happened?
Well, before I answer your question, Susie,
Okay.
why'd you leave?
I just got kind of...
No, you near done gave your mother a heart attack. And your father, well, he's barely spoken since.
There's like 12 of us, and there's Susie and Shelly and Susan, and I just really wasn't sure if it would get noticed, other than when my wild magic caused the fire at the wedding, the like misuse of vision at the orphanage, and all of this stuff that just did not go great, okay, Garth? And so I just wanted to get it under control before I came back. And I'd like to think that it is the same, but I've grown used to it, and so it's fine now.
Mishaps. Things that happen when the Guardian be learning how to wield her powers. But you left. You left us wide open for attack, and attack came. You weren't here. Where'd you go? And why?
Are you saying that a 12-year-old leaving the village left you to get attacked by like these really high level? Like I did not realize I was.
What do you mean high level? What's that mean?
Like I had a hard time fighting them, okay, Garth? And I'm a level 6.
I thought you were 12.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
In the wrong direction. Wait.
Susie,
The confusion.
I'm counting my fingers, trying to do the math.
Susie, it's been 10 months.
Uh-huh.
10 months since you left.
Did I tell you I met a unicorn? I'm sorry. I didn't realize that people would notice.
We noticed.
Well, now I feel bad.
Really, it's
How
not
can I help?
it's not my intention to make you feel bad. Susie, I've got some bad news, though.
Yeah, I saw it out there. That's why we're down here.
It is why we're down here. There's only about a third of us left.
Oh no.
Got
And
dark
I'm
real
sorry,
quick.
Yeah, it did.
I don't do dark. And what?
I don't know what happened to your dad, but your mum's gone.
Wait, you don't know what happened to my dad, but you know my mom is missing? Is my dad missing too?
No, more accurately, your dad is missing.
So my dad
But-
is missing and my mom is missing.
Your mother was one of the first that they killed.
Well, that's not what you said initially.
I'm sorry, I thought you'd be able to pick up on what I was laying down.
I am small.
Aye, As are we all. But you are the guardian, Susie.
What? I'm.
What was this not explained?
I don't know. Was it? It's been 4 months. Was this explained to me?
10 months.
Why do you think you were sent out of the village day after day after day? It was to learn to harness your powers to protect us, to protect what lies beneath us.
Well,
That's
I
the
didn't know.
whole reason we're here.
I feel like that wasn't very clearly stated, and I was in a
Well-
timeout.
Who was in charge of being your teacher?
I don't remember.
I wish that I had somebody to ask, but unfortunately they're all gone. I'm the only one what's left.
The only one that's left of what?
The village council.
Oh no!
So, long story short, I'm sorry if this is a bit of a surprise to you. You should have been in training to control your magical abilities. That you might be the first defense against all external evils. Now, do you have any questions?
Well, things that I feel could have been communicated in a very clear manner. That would be one of them. But I just have all of the guilt now. I did not know I was a guardian. I was a child back then.
Still are.
It's been a while.
How far
10
away
months.
is
No.
Ryoko from Susie?
I'm sorry?
How far away is Ryoko from Susie right now?
You're probably sitting right next to her.
Very good. I'm going to just reach out and I'm just going to like put my hand on Susie's shoulder and pat it a little bit so she knows she's not alone. That's all.
If I may ask, was she assigned a mentor, a trainer, to somebody who was would teach her to harness that power?
Well, she very well should have been, but if she didn't know about it, it is hard for me to say, seeing as how it wasn't my business to begin with.
Why would it not be your business, though, if you're on the council and she was supposed to protect the whole town?
I'm on the town council.
So shouldn't
Doesn't
you
mean I'm
know?
told everything. I'm head of the fishermen's. Like, that's pretty much it. We bring in all of the fish. I head up the fishermen's. I run the docks. But, like,
But part
other
of
than that,
protecting the fishermen's would be to ensure there's a guardian to protect them. So really, this isn't Susie's fault at all. This is like yours.
I'm not trying to blame Susie. And also, it's interesting you think you know about our way of life.
I don't,
You-
but I am best friends with Susie, and she
You're
feels
the
sad
silliest looking gnome what I have ever seen. Purple skin and horns, is that an infection?
Susie's just like, you can see her eyes are just getting really teary and stuff. And she's like, on unrelated note, I just need to go over there for a second and I'll be right back. And don't worry about it. I just need to clean this dirt patch. That's what it is, right here. I'll be right back. And then you just see her kind of walk to like a little lone spot off the side. You just kind of sees one of these things, and she's.
I'm gonna scooch behind her and put myself between her and the crowd to make sure she has the space that she needs and the privacy she needs.
I'm just cleaning. It's so messy right here.
It's gonna be the cleanest spot ever, Susie. You're doing great.
Thanks, Ryoko.
I'll go to Garth and just say, well, I know you're saying you're not blaming her, but she's just a child, and it sounds exactly like blaming her. What should she take from this? What lesson is she meant to learn?
I'm not entirely sure there is a lesson to be learned from this.
So,
Very good.
Better. The
But a
lesson
lot
is
of
better
people-
training measurements for the Guardians in the future.
A lot of people
A
here
manual.
do and would blame her.
And that's what
Now, unfortunately, the wise man who ran the village, well, he's dead. And he was kind of in charge of everything. Can't ask him. Her da, gone. No idea where. Can't ask him. No other council members to ask. Can't ask them. I'm at a loss. Honestly, I wish I could help more, but really I'm just trying to help everybody survive at this point.
My good fellow, you've mentioned that she's lost her father, and that other members of your town have gone missing. Where were they before? We're going after the cult, and we might be able to find the rest of her family in that direction.
Oh, the rest of her family, her siblings, they're all here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, aye. But, if there were anyone left, and I'll be honest, I wouldn't get me hopes up. They'd likely be closer to the village.
Well, this is where we must make our way then. Where is the quickest route there?
Through the trees?
So above ground, okay.
Oh, yeah, you think we dug tunnels there? No, that's where most of us died.
So Susie comes back to join the table and she pulls out her dagger and she slams it on the dirt table and then realizes it's made of dirt and maybe
It starts collapsing.
Yeah, the half of the dirt table just kind of falls onto your shoes.
I kind of like put the dagger back and I start fixing the table. And I'm just saying, like, Garth, I may have not known all of this when I left, but I'm back. And I'm going to make things right and I'm going to find my dad and anybody else that may have gone missing. But first, we need to go to the village. This isn't me leaving for good. It's for me leaving for good. For good things. But I'll be back. So.
Susie, I've missed the way you over-explain yourself.
It all started when I was younger.
Oh, yes, I'm fully aware of when that started.
When you have 12 siblings, sometimes you get excited when you have the chance to talk. Okay, Garth, so I'm going to go now. And then I start to walk away. Wait, Garth, did you have any other clues before I go? Of what you saw? Were they in cloaks? Or did they have mechanical things? Was it dragons? I say, kind of looking at NJ so he doesn't hear it.
Yes, they did have dragons. And they were wearing cloaks. And there was this big, beefy one. I'm not really sure what he was, but he took to the gnomes like he was whacking moles what been popping out the ground.
Oh, good, it wasn't Roland. For a second, I thought maybe it was Roland.
Oh, no.
But he's
Roland,
not tall. It's not.
What are you rolling where?
Oh, that was the name of one of my colleagues. And he had to go do something else. And I just wanted to make sure he didn't turn for the bad side.
It's fine. He just had to get swole.
He had to get...
He's not dead.
No.
No.
He wanted to go work out a bit.
Right?
Yeah, that's what we said.
Okay. I can't pretend I'm not a bit confused, but
So are we.
I can help you a wee bit if you're going to the village, and if there's anybody that can clear it out, Susie, it's you. We've got not much to spare, but I'll give you something of mine. And he takes a small sack off of his belt, and he hands you guys a small sack.
What's in there?
Nuts.
It's your
It's me nutsack.
no. It's your no. What do you call it? Your cash. Your what? What was it called? Their little bundles of what were they called?
A
Cashels?
cache?
Is a cache?
This is not a cache.
No,
It's full of
I was gonna say
cashews.
it's your cache of cashews.
I was thinking cashews.
Yeah.
That would have been so much more clever than nutsack.
Cashews aren't nuts.
Wait, is that real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What are
They-
they?
You would know.
they're from like the edge of a. They're outside of a flower. They kind of wears nuts with a shell around it. I think.
It's
Is it
a
like an
legume.
apple?
It's a legume.
Yeah, it's a legume.
Oh.
But these are
interesting.
nuts.
Well, my mind is blown.
Mine is too.
There's
Right,
only
that's it,
about
everybody learned something new today.
last
Thanks
I
for coming.
counted, there's only 52 in there. So use at your discretion.
Can I, thinking of who Garth is, do I know anything special about, like, are they just food, or did he do something to them?
No, just a sack of nuts.
Okay, cool beans. I look at mine.
Well, nuts. Not
Nuts.
beans.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool lagoon.
Thank you, Rocco.
Thanks for being on the same page, NJ.
Dang it! Everything I have that I could give him would disappear, like my mom.
Well, I look at him, Garth, and I kind of click my loot out again, and I kind of look at my guitar. I think, Garth, I think you're doing a great job leading these people. Little jingle, I give him a little bit of bardic inspiration.
Aw.
You've known me for 15 minutes.
You came through here. Everyone seems to respect you enough.
Hey, Russell, I'm just gonna say it out loud right now. Don't
You never
burn
know.
a
You
bardic
never know.
inspiration on this guy.
Is he gonna die? You're gonna kill him off? You're gonna kill
No,
Garth?
just like you're about to leave. Don't burn a bardic inspiration on this guy. You might
You don't
need it.
know what's gonna happen.
Well, Susie doesn't
Well-
care about money a lot, so she's just gonna give like 10 gold pieces and be like, "This is what I have to give you guys to help build until I'm back." And then I'm gonna go.
Thank you, Susie.
Does anything need to be cleaned up before I go? I've got some prestidigitation. Anybody a little warm? I've got chill touch. Anybody a little?
Just to be clear, I gave you a nutsack and you gave me a bag of 10 gold.
It's not just for you, Garth. It's for the town.
Susie, this is greater than the whole wealth of Meadowbrooksville.
I've been busy.
Clearly.
Use it for what you can. I know our usual natural supplies have dwindled, so we may need to barter. We may need to buy.
You're a blessing, child. And he hugs you.
Oh, I'm getting a hug. My heart gains 5 happy points.
Aw. That's kind of cute.
Okay, Garth, show us the way. We can't let them get too far.
Yes, back that way. And he points back the way you came.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I've lived there for a long time. I know.
Nice.
Start walking that way.
And you guys head off toward the village of Meadowbrooksville.
She sees a gnome right there.
Yeah, she found another gnome. And we're actually going to end it right there for tonight because we were easing into it as our first time back in 4 months. So yeah, you guys have lost a dwarf and gained a half elf.
A second half.
Yes.
I still really don't know what kind of vibe NJ is giving off.
He has a really cool coat.
He has a really
That's
cool
what-
coat.
Ponytail.
And-
All of the
and
girls
the
go, ooh, even though his bard skills.
Smooth.
Woo! I put a picture in the Discord chat
Oh, that's
of a
awesome.
picture. of that.
Uh,
I offered nothing.
I love it.
Yep, there we go. That's
so because nobody else can see this if they're watching now or later, it's he posted a GIF of Prince Charming from Shrek 2.
No,
No,
focus.
That
That was
Wow.
me. That was.
Oh dang!
Above that.
He showed it.
Above
he showed-
that,
Yeah.
oh, it's a Hero Forge picture of Prince Charming from Shrek.
Longer hair. Longer hair.
Ryoko was right to swoon in the first place.
That's so funny. I like that you described it as, but with less parental issues.
NJ's now Focus is officially new best friend. I'm just
Aw.
saying that.
You know, we should get bracelets.
Yes.
Susie could probably make you 1 or 5.
And we will pick this up next week. Thank you to our viewer. And it's good to have the group back. It's been a long
Agreed.
4 months.
That's
But yeah, see y'all next time on another exciting episode of Holy Chaos.
okay, NJ, play us out.